But I've just been very obsessed with. I almost feel like there's not a word to describe how I feel. I guess like simple living is kind of the closest expression that I can use to describe. I just really wish that there was a community of young people where we could just like buy some land and just like figure everything out, like the hippies in the 70s. But yeah, just like figure stuff out, like just teach ourselves like how to farm. And I'm not saying like I want to 100% live off of the land because that does not sound great. But I feel like farming to some extent is something that would be fun, even though obviously farming can be a lot of labor. But I think to some extent it could be enjoyable as opposed to constantly eating like ultra processed foods that they sell at the store. So like farming and like making your own clothes and just kind of doing everything yourself feels so nice. And it's like weird because it almost feels like we're in a position now where it's kind of more expensive to do stuff yourself. Like sometimes I want to like make a cheesecake from scratch. And technically it's cheaper for me to just go to Walmart and buy one of their cheesecakes than it is for me to buy ingredients to make my own cheesecake, even though mine will probably taste better and be better quality, but still. It's just kind of crazy right now. It's just a little weird. Not everything is cheaper, but a lot of things it's cheaper to just buy it than make it yourself. I think capitalism is kind of just like, like beating us up a little bit, which is fine, I guess, but I really like the idea of a community where we can just exchange goods without there being like expectation. Like, I wish that I could go to a mechanic and be like, you know what, I will sew you a winter coat and give you a container of baked macaroni and cheese if you like fix my car. And they'd be like, yeah, I'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just kind of the vibe that I'm feeling. Like, I don't know why we stopped exchanging things. Like, how did. I mean, I know, like, money literally is an exchange, but I mean, like, I don't know how to describe it, but I would much rather, like, sew a clothing item for someone and give that to them in exchange for something, as opposed to selling a clothing item and then using that money to pay for something. Does that make sense? That's how I've been feeling, so. Yeah, just like, I don't know, it's weird. On one hand, I feel like I really want to like promote not buying things and not shopping. Well, let me let me rephrase that. Not buying so much stupid stuff that we don't need, and making stuff ourselves. And if you can't make it yourself, buying things used, and also just like not throwing stuff away. Like at my apartment building, sometimes I'll go to the dumpster to throw away like a trash bag, and I'll just see like a bunch of stuff that people are throwing away that are in pretty much brand new condition. Like the other day, there was this table which was really nice. It was a beautiful wooden table with chairs, and they were just throwing it in the trash. Well, I saw it in the trash in the dumpster, and physically, I am not strong enough. It was like one of the old wooden tables, so those are really heavy and like really well made, really great quality. But I physically am not strong enough to take it out of the trash, walk very far back to my apartment because the dumpster is kind of far, and then walk all the way up the stairs to my apartment. Like, I'm just not strong enough to carry that big ass table. But, I mean, if I could, that table would be in my house right now. And my thing is, like, why did they put in the effort to take it to the trash? Like, it would have taken them a pretty similar amount of effort to just take it to the thrift store. Because there's a thrift store that's within, like, 5 minutes of where I live at. And it's like, you could have took it to the thrift store and someone probably would have bought it for, like, $10. Maybe $16 at the max. Sometimes it can get kind of pricey with furniture that's really nice. So maybe $16. But, like $10 on the cheap end. And it's like, wouldn't you rather someone else have it and enjoy it and love it? and use it potentially for the rest of their life rather than have it just go to a landfill where it's just fucked and no one can ever use it again. Like, why do people just throw stuff away? Like, there are people where they'll have a t-shirt that just has a little itty-bitty hole in it, or a pair of pants that has a hole in the crotch, and they'll throw it in the trash. And it's like, you can fix that. You don't have to just fucking get rid of it forever so no one on the planet can ever use it again. I feel like just the whole process, the whole concept of like, let's buy stuff for really shitty quality that we don't need. I don't even want to say for a cheap price because it feels like the price of everything is increasing every day. And sometimes you spend a lot of money on a product thinking it's gonna like impact your life positively, and it just fucking breaks. It's insane. So it's not even necessarily just like cheap stuff from like Temu and stuff. It's like, it's just everything that's just cheap. Even the name brands aren't great quality a lot of the times. I think it would be really nice if I had someone who, or a group of people who I knew in real life, where we could just exchange skills, essentially. Like, if someone said, hey, can you make something for me, and I'll, like, let you get a plate of food. I'll, like, make you dinner. Free food? All I have to do is make you something? You know, I mean, that's maybe not a fair exchange. Maybe that's not like 100% even exchange. But I'm just saying that concept. Like, I don't know why we, like, got rid of that completely. And I'm not talking about the government. I'm talking about us, like, as, like, human beings in a community. Like, I don't know why we were like, yeah, let's just get rid of that. And I know people are so interesting of one another nowadays. One of the problems would probably be that, like, for example, if I had an exchange with someone that, like, oh, they're going to fix my car in exchange for a winter coat. Well, what if I just don't make the winter coat and they already fixed my car? Yes, that would make me a piece of shit. But most importantly, they were used and they can't really... Yeah, you can say contracts, but it's like... I think the whole point is that we don't want contracts or anything, right? Like, isn't the whole point supposed to be, like, the simplicity of, like, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. You do this for me, I'll do this for you. And we'll just be cool with each other, you know? I don't know, the whole thing is just a bit ridiculous. But, yeah, I think making things yourself is, like, a lot of fun. And I guess I love the self-reliance of it. Kind of, not really. I mean, of course, I still have to go to the store and, like, buy supplies to make things. But it's cool, for the most part, that I have the ability to make more or less whatever I want. It's kind of weird, actually. Sometimes I think about that. Because sometimes I'll go to the store and I'll look at all the stuff that they're selling. And I'll just feel like I can make that. Like, I look at the clothes and I'm like, that's cute, but I can make that myself. And if I made it, it might probably be cuter and cheaper, depending on, well, if not cheaper, then better quality. Even, like, this year I went to Home Goods, which has the cutest Halloween decorations. And I didn't buy any of the Halloween decorations that were, like, oh so cute. Because I was like, if I really wanted that badly, I can just find a way to make it myself. It's not necessary to buy what they're selling just cause. And honestly, a lot of the decorations I wanted were more than what I could afford anyways. So it's kind of like, well, I'll just make it myself, you know? And if I can't make that exact thing myself, then I could just make something else that'll make me feel equally happy. Okay, I'm sorry for ranting. It's just... I feel like for the past, like, week or so, I've been looking about, like, life in, like, the 1940s and stuff. And, like, I watched a documentary on the Great Depression. And I don't know, I think I've just been looking at, like, time periods in the past where people had less. But weirdly enough, there was, like, a much stronger sense of community. I don't want to say people seemed happier because I don't think that's completely true. But At least to some extent, I think things felt normal for people. I mean, obviously, things were still really shitty back then for a lot of reasons. But I think now everything just feels so dystopian that it's like you want to look back on, like, you know, the 70s or the 40s or different time periods because it's like things were just different. To be honest, even 15 years ago, things were very drastically different. So it's, yeah. But I'll see you later.